Alright, YouTube. So in this video, we're not going to be going over too much. I just made some decisions as far as the car. I got some more bars in, and then I'm going to be welding some plates in the frame, or I'm going to run some more bars. I'm basically following after the 25/5 book that I have, and I'll show you guys that. I can point it out compared to what I've done. So in this video, it's going to be a quick, short video going over what I've done. Haven't really been feeling like picking up the camera, making any videos, and just working on the car as much as I can. Alright, YouTube, so this right here is a glimpse into what I've done. It's kind of, well, not really a glimpse. It tells you what I've done. The whole floor is gone. As you see, it was already rusty, had holes in it. When I tried to weld these brackets in, it burnt through. Don't really care about that, because I might just make like some bars, some seat mounts out of the bars from the floor structure to hold the seats, two seats in, passenger and driver seat. But we went ahead and cut all of this out. I'm going to keep these here as templates because I didn't cut out the whole floor. I just cut out some parts of it. So I'm thinking about making the floor level instead of having that dip in the back for where it goes down, because I really don't need that. Just make it leveled, more like square from the back of the bed. And I'll show you guys what I mean about that. Alright, YouTube, so part of what I've done is I have some bars that's going to be running to the side of the frame, and it had to be 6-inch minimum, and they had to be 1/8 plates, which I already had those from when I was going to fill in the frame already, and I've already done that before also. But the floor structure that I am currently working on is going to be something like this here, which the number 4 bars I don't need, 8A bars I don't need, 8B I don't need, but I might just go ahead and add them in there. I've done the number 9 bar already on both sides. The 7B and 7A is the factory frame. As you know, we already done the middle one. I don't think I showed you guys what I did for the 6C bar. And then this is what I mean with the 6A and 6A and 6B bars. So I'm going to show you guys that because it's going to go from the middle structure to the frame on both sides, but it'll tie in with the 6C bar. So I'll show you guys that. And then as you see, it's color coordinated. So this right here is 1.25 inches, which I already had, and I still have a lot more of that for that back piece that I was going to do. And then this here is 1 inch, which is what I have over here. But I still need to get more so that I can make those. I think they were the 8A and 8B. I'm gonna go ahead and make those just because. But the middle section, I'm more likely not gonna do, which is number 4 bars. I'm not gonna do those at all. I don't need them, so just not gonna do them. All right, YouTube. As you can see, the floor is gone. We went ahead and took the floor out. So I actually told you guys the wrong thing. I said I was gonna do this. It's actually this one that I'm actually doing. So what it is the middle section we already did. I'm not going to have it run like this. It's going to run from inside to outside, and then on the other side it's going to do the same thing also. I already have the 9 bar, and then I have a 9 bar over here. I just did that because for both sides to have it. And then the 6A bars will run just like this, but instead of the 6C being set back, it's going to be on the same plane. So as you guys see here, we have the number 1 bar, we have the 2 inner frame rails, And I know that look like one whole piece, but it's not. These go back to the number one bar that holds the back half of the car. But so just imagine it's just number one bar. Those are bars that connect there. These are middle bars, 2A, 2B. Number nine bar. Transmission mount, which I'll show you guys that in a few. I'll show you guys that in a few right here. And then what's going to happen is it's going to be an 1 5/8" bar that come here, and then it'll go right to this plate right here that I made. It used to be the transmission cross member mount here on G bodies on both sides, but I cut that out and I extended the plates to go further up because I'm not running a factory transmission cross member in this car ever again, so there's no reason to keep it. So I cut it out so that those will be there. And then the bars will run from here back here. All right, YouTube. So like I was saying, the bar is gonna go here, and it'll go right to that plate. So the plate will be welded up against here, and then the bar will go straight to that on both sides. Another thing is, like how I did this here, as you can see, it's welded all the way around. Got some good welds on it. On that side also. How I end up getting those welds to be perfect, well, not really the welds, how I got the bar to sit perfect against these flat plates is I got my angle finder, put it here, found a degree, I minused it. So let's say if it was, I think this one was like 71.5 degrees, and then I subtracted 90 minus 71.5, which gave me 18.5 degrees. So what I did was I put my Evolution chop saw. Right now it's the other way. I have to turn the table around. So I changed the degree on the chop saw. Kind of hard to do this with one hand. So yeah, I changed the degree here on the chop saw. This goes all the way up to 45 degrees. And I made that cut, which made it a lot simpler. Because as you guys seen in the last video, I didn't have that chop saw. So when I was making this, so I wish I had the chop saw already, because it would have made it a lot easier with doing this here. But today, right now, for this quick little video, I'm just going to go ahead and weld these in on both sides, over there and here. And then I'll show you guys me putting in the 6A and 6B bars once I get more tubing, because right now I need some more 1 5/8", but I shouldn't need too much. That's probably like a 20-inch, probably 20 inches or less than that, and 20 inches, so 5 foot will be good enough. And then that'll be it for the floor structure. I'll be back to working on the main hoop. I did make a main hoop, but I ended up scrapping that idea and using that as the bars for here, like cutting it up the main hoop and using the bars for there, because the main hoop was kind of like off plane. That's before I got that rotation gauge from TMR Customs. And then I also have these pipe rollers right here, which you can set it up to the right height for the tubes. So I got this here so that the tubing will just sit on here, put it to the right level, level it out, make sure it's level, and I can put it on the front side and the back side. All right, YouTube. So like I was saying, went ahead and welded up the plates. Also welded up that side, and I already got the bars made to go in between. That one sits like that. As you see, the fit up is real good on both ends of it. So all I really need to do now is clean up the plates, and I have the bar for this side, which is this one here. There we go. We got both sides in. So like I was saying, number 1 bar, 9 bar on both sides, 6A, 6B, and then in between we'll be running bars that go from this bar to here, and I might come back this way, but I don't know just yet. I might go from here to that one, and then come back up this way, go up to this, come back down to here, and come this way to the front of there, and do the same pattern over there. So it'll come from back there to here, and go back that way, and come back up this way. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna go from here that way, and down, then back, and then back up. And I'm gonna do that design on both sides. And what I'm gonna use for that is I have my number 1. Oh, that's an 1 5/8, or 1 1/4. All right, so like I was saying, I have this is a 1-inch bar. So with the pattern I was saying, it'll go from back here to here to here. Well, actually, no. Basically, I'm gonna go from here to here, then from here back to here, then from here back to there, then from there back to there. I don't think I have enough with just this bar. We'll see, because as far as the SFI, and I have more bars, but as far as the SFI, this is the one that I'm copying. So it'll be, I really don't have to do the one I was setting up here. I could just do one to go across to there, then back here, and then the same thing on this side. But think about doing like the zigzag like that, but we'll see which one I decide. I mean, this would be a lot simpler, because then based on this diagram here, like that, means that number 1 bar will go from here, it'll go here, and then it'll come all the way up to this bar here. And then on the driver's side, it'll start from back there, hit this one. Well, no, it'll start from back here, hit that, and then go up to the 6A bar. So it just depends on how I want to do it. Either going to be the zigzag, or it'll just be just this middle section. So between number 1 bar and the 6A bar, either have it come out here, come across there, then continue and go over here, or have it come from this way, come out, continue, and try to hit that one. So we'll just decide on that. But like I said, this is the one I'm trying to follow right here. And this spec is for 25.5, as you see right there. So we'll see, because essentially I have all the bars there. I don't need these, and I don't really need those, but I might just put it in there just because I have the bar, and I didn't know what else to use the 1 inch for, because originally this is the 1 inch bar here holding turbo mounts. As you can see in there, it holds the turbo mounts. And then I had someone ask about the radiator cross member setup. I mean, this is how it looks. So this is just a trick chassis core support. I welded some tabs. I got these tabs from, I don't really remember where I got these tabs. Oh, these were originally for coilover mounts. So I just basically put it in a stock location up here, and then I welded on these tabs to hold it on. And then for this bars here, I capped the end of them, but pretty much 1 5/8 on both of them. And that's how it goes. All right, YouTube. So we have the bars in there. The floor structure is done. I just need to do the 8A and 8B bars. Or I may not do them. I don't know. I'll decide. Next, I want to pretty much I want the floor to not dip down like it used to. I wanted it to just come down probably a little bit and then just go straight across. I left that in case I got to cut a little bit more, but I want to keep that the tonal structure. And then back here, it'll be from here down. I'll make a block off to block all this back here, and then it'll attach here and then wrap around along this edge here all the way around to block that off. But yeah, we got the floor structure in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you the transmission cross member. Um, have it bent a little bit. I still have the drive shaft loop in there, which I'm gonna find a way to run that still. I don't know if I'm gonna make it non-removable or keep it removable. We'll have to decide on that one. Next we're gonna work on filling in the floor, or well, actually no, we're gonna work on getting the main hoop done. So it's either gonna mount here or mount it to the number one bar. I'm leaning towards mounting it to the frame because mounting it here, I feel like it'll be too inboard of the passenger seat and the driver's seat. So I think mounting it to the frame will be a lot better, give me more space. But we'll see because it's not big of a difference from here to here. So we'll see because then I could notch the cage to fit this here if I put it here. And this is a whole look of the floor structure. That's the transmission cross member is still removable. It just mounts by bolts right here. So that's pretty much it.